everybody. Welcome back. I am now joined by this month's guest, completing the trifecta of the Nation of Intoxication. Please welcome to Pantsless Radio, the notorious scumbag. And I feel terrible for calling him that, but, you know, Devon Moore.
Oh, thanks for having me. Well, I am one, so it's all right. It doesn't offend me none.
I know, but you're awesome, so I feel kind of bad about calling you that. Although that is one of my favorite nicknames in wrestling.
Yeah, it kind of got bestowed on me by Brett Lauderdale. I was just notorious Devon Moore, but then when I came to CCW and was doing my little scumbag deal, I became the notorious scumbag, and it kind of stuck. Like, I never called myself that. Everyone else started it, so it kind of just stayed. And it works. I mean, I pretty much am. I mean, look at who I hang out with. It's me, Lucky, and Danny. I mean, all three of us are pretty much scumbags.
But adorable and entertaining scumbags, which is really all that's important.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
We try to be, at least. Not always, but we try.
You succeed. You definitely succeed.
Sometimes we make people cry, but it happens.
Like people named Clark, maybe?
What's that?
People named Clark?
Yeah, well, yeah, Clark cried, then cheers again. He don't know what he wants to do. He don't know if he wants to cry when I tell him to shut the fuck up or start, like, yelling at me. I like his favorite comeback line is, "You're so cool." And it's like, okay. Like, that's all you got? Like, you're so cool? Okay. I know this. I'm in the Nation. We got all three of us are cool.
That's his idea of an insult, all right?
That's his big insult.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't come up with anything else. Except you're so cool.
Well, the important thing is he tries, I guess.
Yeah, he's out there, that Clark.
Yeah. I actually, okay, this is, see, I have to blow it already. But people know, this is all pre-recorded. And I watched the CZW show, Down with the Sickness a couple days ago, and that was actually what I tweeted on, put on Twitter. At this point, a CZW show isn't complete until you come up and tell Clark to shut the fuck up.
Oh, and it is. I mean, shit. Every month I do it, and half the time I'm not even supposed to have the microphone, and it's in the back, like, written all over the place. If you're not supposed to have the mic, don't touch it. But I never get yelled at because DJ feels the same way. And he usually high-fives me when I get in the back for it because he wants to go out there and hit him with a lariat, but he knows he can't. So he's happy when somebody puts him in his place. I mean, you know, Alex Reynolds is the only reason why he comes. I remember the one month I even said that to him. I was like, Alex isn't here. Why are you here?
Remember that? And it was like the entire crowd was like, hey, he's right. Why are you here?
I mean, he's just... the kid needs Ritalin or something. I don't know what he needs, but the kid's nuts. Like, he's like, 1 minute he's screaming, next minute jumping up and down. I've seen the kid take his shirt off and go nuts. Like,
right.
He's out there. At PWS, they've blown up his, like, facial expressions from, like, different shows and have, like, giant posters of, like, Clark's face, like, in shock or, like,
oh my God.
the Clark's face is, like, yeah, like, up there it's even worse. Like, he's actually kind of over there.
Oh, God. I don't even know what to think about that. Holy shit. Wow. Yee.
Yeah, he won some gimmick at PWS to, like, talk in the mic once, and we all thought he was going to have a heart attack, dude. He was jumping up and down the ring like he couldn't even understand what he was saying because he was so excited. It was hilarious.
Oh my God. Well, you know what though? I think we all kind of like owe him at least a small debt because the best friend Alex chant is just a classic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And poor Alex Reynolds. That's all I gotta say.
I know, right? Like I feel so bad for him because it's like anytime it gets brought up around him, he always looks so uncomfortable. Like he's like, please don't blame me for this.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely know where that's coming from because I've seen that look too. He's like, yes, like, it's not my fault. Like, don't even attempt to blame this on me. Like, I didn't bring him. I'm like, but he's your best friend.
Yeah, clearly.
I think Clark has even asked him to double date with Al.
Oh my God.
Because Clark has his girlfriend, or supposed girlfriend. I've never seen her, but I've been told that Clark has a girlfriend, and I've heard through the grapevine that he's asked Alex Reynolds if they double date, and I think that's hilarious.
Oh my god. Wow. I loved there was a show, I can't remember what show it was, but a few months back where he actually announced Alex was announced as best friend Alex, which was that was amazing.
Did Larry Legend do it?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Larry probably did that on the fly too, makes it even better.
It does. It was fantastic. You know, it's number one John Silver and best friend Alex. I was like, that's just the best intro ever.
Yeah, and they're probably the best tag teams in the company right now.
Oh God, yes! I love the Beaver Boys. Oh my God.
Oh my God, they're like some of the stuff they do. I'm just like, wow.
Yep.
Like, hopefully we'll get our hands on them eventually.
Oh my God, I would love that.
I think the nation's going to focus more on teaming, at least, well, 2 out of 3 of us. I think we're still going to freebird it and decide which 2 on the fly, but it's kind of cool now because that's what's cool about us 3, especially at CZW, because it could be any 2 of us teaming, and the other one can be doing anything. From doing a death match, well, you know, a regular match to be in the main event against anybody, like, I don't, like, that's what me and Danny, like, really love about the nation, and, you know, like, people look at Lucky, like, you know, even DJ does it sometimes, it's like below me and Danny, where me and Danny are like, what are you talking about? He carries us. Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, like the 3 of us just mesh so well. It's just because it's a shoot, like Danny says. Like, the 3 of us are like brothers. Like, we all hang out. Like, I at least talk, if not see Danny once a week. Like, you know, and talking is definitely more than that. But I at least see him once a week. You know, and Lucky lives farther away, but we still all talk. You know, all the time. Like, it's crazy. And I've known Lucky for at least 10 years, I think. That was the kid's 4th match ever. That's when we met.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And we stayed friends, like, all those years. Like, it's always, it's been years. Like, I thought, it probably is. Probably been over 10 years. Because his birthday is the 19th of September, which is this Friday coming up. Pre-recorded, I just blew it, oh well.
That's alright.
But, and he'll be 32, I think.
Holy shit.
Danny's the baby of the 3.
Well, okay, this is actually dropping on October 1st, which means happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, 30 years.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't think I'd say it.
Well, yeah.
That's not even a joke.
You've taken some bumps that I've seen where I was like, yeah, it's only a matter of time. It's like,
yeah, oh, trust me. I'm sitting here on the couch right now, and I'm just like, I got my better days and I got the bad ones. There's some days where I got to roll over and get up on all 4s off the bed, but you know, it's been worth it. I could say that. I mean, I started at 17 in 2001 and been around the world. And I ain't the biggest of people. I was always told to never do nothing, never this, never that. I mean, if I had to retire tomorrow, I wouldn't be angry. I mean, the business doesn't owe me nothing. And I don't owe the business anything, is the way I look at it. A lot of these other people feel like they're owed something. Like,
yeah,
they're not owed anything. Like, there's been, like, if you were doing any other job, you know what I mean, in life, they wouldn't be sending you around the world. Like, I got to see places people would get to dream of, like, you know, I mean, I've been in Japan, Mexico, Germany a bunch of times, England. Like, I got to go around the world for free, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
Well, I know, like, on the show, on Down with the Sickness, you did talk about that your birthday was coming up and you're going to be 30, and I was talking to a friend of mine about the show, and I said, you know, and I was telling him about, about Tangled Web and everything, and I mentioned that when you came out to talk about that, you mentioned your birthday, and he was like, how old is he going to be? And I was like, 30. He was like, how can he only be 30? Because it seems like Devon Moore has been around forever.
That's what I mean, man. I used to go to high school, come home, take two buses down to South Philly, train, take the last bus from South Philly at 8 o'clock, get home at like 11, and go to school every day. I miss Tom's, everything for wrestling. It seems like I haven't stopped. Like, I mean, shit. Drew Blood retired a couple of years ago, came back, wrestling here and there, but, like, yeah, I haven't gone anywhere.
No.
Me and Drew get in arguments about that sometimes, because he'll be like, well, what the fuck? I should, you know, get what you're getting if we're at this place. Like, I've been working as long as you, and it's like, dude, like, you retired for like a year or two, then became a ref, then came back. Like, I have not stopped. I've cut my schedule down. I mean, this time 2 years ago, I was wrestling every weekend, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, now, honestly, like, the summer was, I might have wrestled 6 times all summer.
Oh, wow.
I like this, I mean, next couple of weeks, like, we just did CW Saturday just passed. I have PWS this coming Saturday. Or no, wait, yeah, Saturday, 20th. Got West End Wrestling, the 27th. Then the weekend of my birthday, I'm off. I believe Danny and my girlfriend planned something. I told them I'd go out because I'm like a shut-in and I compromised.
Really?
So I said, I don't care. You two plan it. Like, I'll go out, but it's up to you, so I don't want to hear anything else. Because I'm depressed I'm going to be 30, and my girl's trying to make it a big deal, and it's like, no, it's not. It's all downhill from here.
I don't think so.
21, then 30, and then that's it. Then you're just like, I'm only, oh man, damn, where'd the time go? Like, that's what I say now.
I don't think it's going to be downhill for you. I don't see any significant drop-off just because you hit 30. I think you're all right.
I mean, yeah, my body feels way better than I thought it would at this age. Surprisingly.
You
think I'd be saying the opposite, but I think it's kind of like why I get mad at CZW sometimes when I'm just there for fucking promos.
Yeah.
Because I'm still in my prime. And let's be honest, with the way CZW books me in either promos or death matches, I'm probably going to be another couple of years before I'm out of it. So
yeah, but that's good though.
I'm not going to go anywhere, but I'll be out of my prime.
That's good though. It's like longevity. It's feeding your longevity.
And I think I've gotten smart at it. Like, I do a lot of death matches, especially at CW, but even when you watch them, like, you watch them compared to, like, old school CW shit, and, like, see, like, me and Masada, like, we wrestle still. It's not, let's break all these, well, I don't even do light tubes no more, but let's break all these light tubes and all this other shit, and, like, no, like, this is wrestling still. Mm-hmm. Like, and I feel like it gets lost a lot of the time in death matches, and, like, sometimes people bitch fucking about some of mine. Like, oh, he didn't do nothing. Like, it was good, dude. Like, sorry that I didn't break 300 light tubes. And, you know, I have 35 million scars. I need to go get stitched up. Sorry. Like, it's wrestling. It's not beating each other with shit for the sake of beating each other with shit.
Well, exactly. Like, I love deathmatch wrestling. And I was at TOD this year, which was, like, amazing. And it's, like, it's so hard to explain to people that there's a difference between good deathmatch wrestling and bad. You know, it's like good deathmatch wrestling, there's a story, you know, it builds to stuff. And you can totally tell, like, I mean, the shit is just, you know, basically two guys who don't know what they're doing half the time, and it's just like, let's see who can hit each other with the bigger object in the head. And it's pointless. But good deathmatch wrestling is art. It's amazing. I love it.
You know what, and you're right, like, being ringside at the main event here today, as drunk as I was and blurry it was, I still, like, remember watching Masai and Kasai just being like, what? I don't even remember my match with Mathis, which was right before it, but I remember their match. Like, and it's no offense to Mathis or nothing, I was that drunk. It's COD, it's party day for us, and DJ doesn't bitch about it, so it's even better. So, He's just like, it's COD, party time.
Yep.
Like, he knows. He's like, it's the nation's favorite day, and Danny's like, fucking right it is.
It's like the NOI Christmas. It's awesome.
It is. Last year, Lucky got T-shirts made, and he's a genius. Me and Danny were like, thank God he came up with this. He was like, I'll give anybody my new T-shirt. Brings me a 30-pack. He bought an empty cooler at CRD last year, and it was overfilled with the lid on top.
Oh
and he only got rid of like three or four T-shirts, but people brought like 3 or 4 30-packs for a T-shirt. Like, kid was me and Danny kept over to school like, thanks, Lucky. He kept walking away like, couldn't believe it. Like, he did one of those normal Lucky being Lucky posts on like Facebook and kept hyping it up. Next thing we knew, there was a couple people for a 30-pack exchange for a Lucky T-shirt. That blew me and Danny's mind.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. Holy shit.
So thank you, whoever traded Lucky for a T-shirt, because you got me, Daddy, Lucky, and probably a couple other people drunk.
Yeah, there is. I might have done a little drinking myself at TOD. Just a little.
You just can't not. Like, I'm trying to tell DJ to run a regular wrestling show Friday and just have people camp.
Oh my God, that I would even do that. I hate camping. I
like
hate the outdoors.
and like
totally
because but it's just the way that's set up. It's just like it's different. Like it would and it would work. Like because he knows that dudes like the nation wouldn't go nowhere. Me, Lucky, and Daddy be walking around that place all night long.
And people just be drinking beer. It would just be amazing.
We'd be wandering up and down the cars. We'd slow to go with us.
Yep.
Lucky and Daddy called them all faggots for sleeping. God, but dude, we still got to do tomorrow. Fuck that. Let's keep drinking.
Yeah, dude. I got a little drunk, and by a little I mean like off my ass. I was drunk enough that Danny made fun of me for how drunk I was. So that's.
Yeah, I kind of got to that point. DJ tried to fuck with me early in the day, and I just kind of looked at him, and he was like, damn it, you're not drunk enough yet. Like, he was trying to get a reaction from me, and I just kind of looked at him like, no, DJ. He's like, Katie, you're not drunk enough yet. Like, the fact that he knows that he knows is just hilarious.
That's fantastic. Oh.
Like, I remember being so drunk, I thought there was DJ kept telling me there was 2 intermissions, which there was. But he kept telling me the second intermission was before me and Mathis. And me not thinking, because I'm drunk, realizing that you got to set the finals up, so there's going to be an intermission after us. Mm-hmm. Like, legit, I was getting dressed as the match before me and Mathis was on, because I thought I had an intermission that was still, like, not changed. I was like, oh my God. Like, rushing, as he's, like, looking at me, and I'm just, and, like, he's probably thinking, like, this fucking idiot. And I'm, like, shaking my head, putting my boots on, like, tying laces and shit, like, oh. Like, he's just, like, staring at me. He's like, we got this. I just told me I did a mission, my bad. And then yelled at DJ. And, like, he had me come out with that stupid cardboard cutout of his that I hate.
Oh, God.
He was like, do something with this. I just, like, kicked it on my way out this year. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I don't fucking want it. I was like, if I actually smoked cigarettes, so I'd light it on fire if I had a lighter on me.
People were getting their pictures taken with that thing all day.
Yeah, that thing's ridiculous. I think now there's one with him holding the lariat up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's out of control.
It really is. Holy shit. It's amazing.
Every time he goes out of the country, I usually go down to school, and that cutout used to be there. And I'd get, like, a tack or something and, like, place it in a different part of the school, just, like, Paige was staring at everything. And then, like, when I was still smoking cigarettes, I'd, like, go over to, like, the board and, like, put a tack for an empty pack of cigarettes and, like, let them know it was me that was there. Just to piss them off. Oh, you don't show up when I'm here, but you're here when I'm not. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there might be a reason for that.
Yeah, because if I want to go to school and work out, I want to work out. I don't want to sit there and listen to DJ lecture for hours.
And probably fire you.
Yeah, and then, I'll get fired for telling them to shut up. You're fired. No, I'm not.
I love that.
Let's be honest. You can't lose the nation at this point. If you fire me, Danny quits, and that you lose Lucky by default.
I love that. It's just like, every month, you're fired. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Try.
even his fiance Lauren says it to him now. And every month I come over to say hi to her, and she's just like, I told him you're the only one that can't get fired. And I just laugh. Oh my God, they'll be married soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mr. and Mrs. Hyde.
Wow.
Then we really don't have to listen to DJ. She really will be the boss.
Yep.
I joke with her now and say, what's up, boss? And he gets all mad.
He won't be doing that for long. She'll have him in his
Oh,
place.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's the boss. I already know.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've met her at a couple shows. She's really nice. Oh my god. Okay. So,
yeah, many of us question how DJ wound up with such a nice girl.
We should probably.
We don't know.
I don't think we should talk about that because it might get you fired. Not fired again.
Nah, he don't care. He'll laugh. He'll be like, oh, fuck the Dev.
It's just Dev being Dev, right?
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. It works.
Yeah.
We love to yell at each other every chance we get. And then when the times there put each other over, we never do.
Of course.
We'll say it to other people, we'll never do each other.
Oh, okay. But you can say it here. I promise I won't tell him.
Once in a while, I'll give him credit where credit's due. I think the first or second time we went to Germany, like, we came back, and I gave him credit. He was actually a good boss the whole time. He wasn't being a dick.
Well, that's good. It's a good first step.
Even Moxley was just like, yeah, man, you were actually really cool on this trip, man.
As opposed to what he's usually like?
He can be a pain in the ass. He gets in that, sometimes he's in that, alright, I'm the boss, someone's going to fucking do it, you're going to do what I say or else, like, and sometimes it's just stupid. Love DJ to death, but some of that booking he does, it's just like, no, dude, I'm not doing this. Like, dude, I booked it, I'm going to do it. DJ, it would be better if you do it. No, you'll do it. Like, he gets in that mode just because he's the boss. And then he'll sit there for a minute or two and think about it. He'll be like, yo, alright, go with that. But no, he's been a lot better. He's been a lot happier lately. I give him credit. He's not usually like we walk in and within 10 seconds I usually look at his fiance and ask her what mood he's in. Because if he's in a bad mood, I go and hide. If he's in a good mood, I'll go talk to him.
And just show up when you need to go for your match.
Well, I'm the responsible one of the three of us. Like, I show up at call time, so that way none of us get in trouble, because Lucky doesn't show up till like 7. And Danny is unpredictable depending on what mood he's in. He could be there at call time, or he could show up at like 4 or 5. So I show up at call time, and so DJ can't be like, where are the other two? Because we've already told him if one of us is there, all 3 of us is there, so it doesn't matter.
How that works? That Freebird thing works for like under any circumstances, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that way, because it's not like one of the 3 of us can smart another 2 up to what's going on. So as long as one of us is there, we don't worry about it.
Yeah, good enough. Close enough.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, okay. I rarely talk about wrestling, but there is some actually really cool shit coming up with CZW, and a lot of it, well, basically, at Down with the Sickness, you came out a couple times, actually, did a couple promos, setting up the most important one, setting up Tangled Web, which is like an awesome show. It's one of my favorite shows of the entire year, like in any indie period. I fucking love that match. And it's set up for you versus Matt Tremont.
Yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to be awesome, but it's going to suck. I know I'm going to be using a vacation day from work probably, but it is what it is. Yeah, Danny's, out, and somebody had to step up, and I figured I'd do it. Tremont's never pinned me, so he'll get his chance in a couple weeks to Tangle Web, and we'll see what happens. I don't think he'll beat me, but we'll see. I mean, he did make himself at Tangled Web, so he does get a different zone.
Well, like this, it's really exciting. Like, I mean, I know pretty much everybody was figured for, you know, it was going to be Danny and Matt for this, and probably leading up to Cage of Death and everything. And of course, like you said, the injury, which give me a second to do a cheap plug here, which you can read about at Danny Havoc's website, deathmatchdrunker.wix.com, under the non-blog. He's got an update there talking about his ankle injury. I gotta plug my shit. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. He's in good spirits, but he's banged up, and I figured, I'll step up, and I know I'm going to be regretting it afterwards when I'm all cut up and a bloody mess, but Tremont needs to be shut up. I'm sick of his shit. He's been fucking with us for like a year now, and I'm over it. We can't move on, because every time we try, his ass fucking appears again.
Yep. No,
so hopefully Tangled Web settles it.
Well, it's going to be awesome. I mean, Tangled Web is always like a really fun match, and you guys are both kind of insane, is probably the best way to put it. Like, it's yeah. And like you said, it's going to be awesome for us. It's going to suck for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a realist to the fact. I know what's coming. And I'm sure Matt does too. It's like that he wants to act. Like, he'll say. Especially, he wrestled this month. I got a whole couple of weeks of being, you know, lazy after next 2 weekends of after West End. I think I'm off till Tangled Web, so
there you go. And actually,
where I'm pretty sure Matt's pretty much booked, so he ain't gonna be 100%.
Yep.
I'll be ready to go.
And actually, West End Wrestling is something else that we've been plugging a lot on the show, and
which Tremont will be at too.
Yes.
I'll do that plug.
He is. He's actually going to be facing Tim Dodge for the AIW title, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's we do have to talk about the show, because, you know, like, we love Andy, we love, you know, everything that he's doing with West End Wrestling, and it's for a really good cause. For anybody who doesn't know, you can get all that information at westendwrestling.com. Yet another cheap plug for my shit. And but it's going to be a really amazing show for a really good cause. All the profits from the tickets are going towards the West End Fire Company in Stowe, Pennsylvania. And your match, as of this recording, hasn't been announced yet. But by the time this airs, you will have already had your match 4 days ago. So I'm sure you had a great time there, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure my jaw is going to be sore. I'll leave it at that for now.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
We'll let everyone see when it happens, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good friend of mine, so I'm looking forward to it. It's always a good time. That's only happened a couple times in my life. And it's always fun every other time. This might have been the fourth time that me and this other person have ever wrestled each other, but it's always been fun every other time. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And I mean, to me, the coolest part of this show is, I mean, you know, there's no sense in kayfabing this or any of this shit like that. It's basically a bunch of Chikara guys on a show with a bunch of CZW guys, and you very rarely see that. And so it's really awesome. It's the matches that, I mean, the lineup he has anyways is just fantastic. It's pretty much the best of the best in the Northeast. And but the matches that are on the show are awesome. He's loaded it with a ton of first-time matchups. Like you said, yours isn't quite a first-time, probably not going to be a first-time matchup, but it's still going to be awesome. And but yeah, it's really cool. So I mean, like, well,
I'm looking forward to it. I hope people come out and like support it. Like, I know it's, you know, not a normal place in Pennsylvania where shows are ran, so I hope people come out and like support it, because it is for a good cause. And yeah, like you said, the lineup's stacked, and everybody there is going to bust their ass. Especially, just like you said, Andy's a friend of mine, and like, you know, the nation. As soon as he asked us, all three of us were like, yeah. But you know, he's a good dude, and you know, he's putting out money for the show, and he didn't you know, bring out, he brought it the best of the best, in my opinion, like you said too, and they should support it, or at least buy it from smartmarkvideo.com when it comes out. There goes another cheap plug.
Exactly.
Support it that way if you can't be there.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to be doing. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm not gonna miss this. It's awesome because I mean it's something you don't get to see on every show. You know, you very rarely, especially today, you very rarely get to see CZW guys cross with Chikara guys, and this is awesome. These are matchups that
as long as hopefully we don't, hopefully certain people won't get pulled.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like, it's just the lineup is fantastic. I mean, you've got the Chikara Grand Champion is on the show. The AIW Champion is on the show. Your former CZW Champion. I mean, like, this lineup is just, it's ridiculous. It's fantastic. You've got Matt Tremont versus Tim Dodds for the title. Your match, which we won't talk about because we're not really sure what's going to happen with it yet. You've got Chris Dickinson versus Silver Ant. There's a four-way. There's Annie Socha versus Amber Rodriguez. You've got a ladies match. It's awesome. Like, this, he has stacked this card, and it's fantastic. And like you said, if anybody like myself can't make it to the show, definitely pick it up because it's going to be well worth your money, and it's for an extremely good cause. Get it from smartmarkvideo.com or smvod.com. I got my plugs down, man.
Yeah, you do. I wanted to do it real quick too because I was like, good, I'll plug Smart Mark. I know I can plug that.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what I was like. I know that's what people do with me.
You can plug anything you want. I'll plug your stuff too. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I got to plug is PWS since this is early. Well, it'll be later on the first, so whatever, it'll be past. But people sleep on PWS, dude. They put on good shows. They bring in a lot of names and stuff, but the core group there, they really bust their ass.
They absolutely do, and that's actually a promotion that I haven't seen as much of as I would have liked.
I mean, like, they bunch of names and all people come and all, but there's a core group, and there's a couple indie guys, and, basically the students now. I mean, they got like 40 students at that school,
Holy shit.
from like a couple of years to, just starting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the company's really, like, for running all the way where, Jersey All Pro or whatever, ran forever, and, like, consistently packing that building is ridiculous. And, like, they do.
It is.
It's like I come out the curtain, I'm just like, wow, again, yeah, reality check. It's like they don't, like, and people, like, sit there and talk shit, and there's all kinds of weird heat, and you know what I mean? Like, people like this dumb drama. I don't get it. Like, don't hate because their shit's going good for them. Like, they're not bothering nobody else. Like, leave them the fuck alone.
I mean, like, when one indie's doing well, I mean, the fans are going to look at the people on the show and be like, okay, I want to see more of them. And it lures people to other indies that maybe they weren't following before. So it's never a bad thing when one is doing really well. I don't get why people bitch about that.
Exactly. Like, I mean, shit, beginning of the year, houses for everybody were up.
Yeah.
I mean, the summer was nice. So the summer, a lot of the summer shows didn't draw too well, but I mean, what did you expect? It was a great summer. You know what I mean? The last couple of summers we benefited on rainy weekends and stuff. People wanted to get out of the house and come to wrestling. Like, it is what it is, but I mean, I feel like, fall's coming, the houses will be up again. People don't have much to do because of school and work and stuff, and that's usually how it goes. Summertime usually dies down some, and, everybody in the house starts going back up, especially in the winter when, everybody gets cabin fever or wants to get out of the house.
Or in my case, wants to get out of the country, so I go down and see some CZW live. Yeah,
I'd want to get out of there, too. I wouldn't want to be up there in the winter.
Actually, I love it.
My body gets stiff.
I love the cold, so it doesn't bother me in this place. I'm like part
I used to till I started taking stupid bumps, and then my body's like, nah, we don't like this anymore.
Yeah, I bet. Holy shit. Actually, there's one totally, well, not totally random, but it's fairly random thing. And I don't know if if it's cool to even ask you. Usually I kind of run things past people in the like whole little pre-chat thing before we start the interview. But there's actually one thing that you mentioned earlier, and I've heard about a lot. Like, I've read a lot about online people talking about it. So if it's cool if I could ask. If you don't want to answer, that's cool. Just tell me to shut up, whatever, and we'll work around it. You mentioned earlier that you don't take light tube shots anymore.
Yes.
Yes. Can I ask why? Besides the obvious,
why
would you want to get with the light tube?
Well, I held the gauge together before he was medevacked.
Yeah, that'll...
I was smacking him in the face while his eyes were rolling in his head. I hurt Danny Havoc in Alabama with a monkey flip into him, and asshole lied to me after I didn't realize how bad it was till afterwards. And his quote was, "I know you, you're a jerk off, you would have told us to go home." Yeah, of course I would have, because you're fucked up. Yeah. And, like, he almost died. Like, that's a shoot story. Like, he was getting ready to do a second round match. And I'm just chilling, like, drinking, watching the show out, like, somewhere. And someone grabs me, and he's like, actually, no, it was the finals he was supposed to do. And I go, "Danny wants you." And, like, I knew he had a bad cut on his back. I come back into the back, and there's, like, a puddle of blood around him. Like, his back hasn't stopped bleeding, and he's, like, pale, and he's like, "We need to go to the hospital." I was like, "I told you this an hour ago."
Wow. Yeah,
so, like, we're shooting, this girl's doing, like, 80 down the highway, blowing red lights. We get pulled over by a cop. Cop says if it's that bad, call an ambulance instead of giving us directions to this hospital, and then she gets lost. Like, it was scary. He looked back at me at one point, was like, "Dev, don't let me die in Alabama," and I was scared to death he was going to. And after that, I was like, you know what? I've seen him get it. I've seen Nikki get it. I've seen it happen to so many other people, Wax and all. I was like, I'm going to, Drake. I was like, I'm due. I was just like, and I had a bad cut in high school from glass. I was just like, you know what? I looked at DJ. I told her you're rotten. I was just like, listen, you both got one more. That's it. And my last one for DJ was in Germany against Devon Lyle. I'll do them in Japan because they'll pay me to do them. I won't do them here because it's not worth it for what, some promoter try to give you for, like, death matches here. And for me to, roll over on a bump and get sliced so bad that, blood shooting out like Texas Eddie did the one time. Like, I'm good. I mean, I'll do the panes of glass. I don't care. I'll do barbed wire all day. But, which is stupid because the barbed wire cut me just as bad, but I've seen so many of them happen, and it was just, it just kept running through my head that I'll be next. And I'm just like, nah, I can't afford that.
No. Plus, I mean, like, once you...
And plus, I felt they're overused.
Yeah.
Like, they used to mean something. Now it was just, let's swing them and kick them upside our heads and do all this. Like, no, dude, like...
Yeah.
A fucking side slam on them used to mean something. Now you do it, you don't kick out at one. They're like, what the fuck's this shit?
Yeah, when there's matches where it's like, where the whole gimmick of the match is like 200 light tubes, that's a little overkill.
I did one of them, and that will never happen again.
Yeah.
Against Danny, of course.
Of course. Yeah, I think he told that story on, I think, one of his shoots, because I remember hearing that before. About it was Carnage Cup, right?
No, it was King of Death Matches. And we flew off this scaffold that was like fucking 25, 30 feet in the air, and he was scared to death of heights. It was scary. My right knee was like 3 times the size it should have been. It was taped up.
Oh.
I was a mess. He was a mess. I tried to take it home early. He like threw a light tube from over the ring on me, like hit me in the side of like the shoulder. It was like, no, man. And we weren't, like, we barely knew each other then. Like, I think after that bump, like, we bonded.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we flew 25 feet through some tables and light tubes because he's Danny and had to throw light tubes on her. The tables weren't enough. We needed the light tubes, too.
Yeah. 25-foot fall onto a table. What's that? Come on. You got to make that flashier, right?
Which made it even worse. He landed on my foot that was on the same leg as the knee that was hurt.
Oh.
And we drove home together. So he laughed every time we'd stop to like piss because it'd take me like a half hour legit to like hobble in. Get went there, take a piss, and try to hobble back out. And God forbid I wanted to get a drink or something. It'd take me like another 15 minutes.
Oh,
And,
no.
and instead of like helping, he just sit there laughing. I'm like, thanks, buddy. And like, I'm like, you putting all my weight on my left leg and like hobbling like with 1 foot. Like, yeah, this is great.
Thanks.
That Monday I was on the roof with a cane, like torture rubber down for my job. Like I had to work one day, and I was down the store for like the week, so I didn't care. So I'm up there like a cane, walking one hand with a torch in the other, taking rolls of rubber, just torch the rubber down. It's like whatever, a couple more hours, and I don't care. I'll be sitting on the beach for the next fucking week.
Holy shit. Okay, well, with your birthday coming up, and we talked about you're going to be 30. Do you think that there's when do you think you kind of get to the point where where you want to start doing less and less, the crazy shit and the death matches, or at least, cutting certain things out where you're like, you know what, I don't really want to fall 25 feet onto a pile of broken glass.
See, this is where I'm retarded. I'd do a scaffold match every month. I wouldn't care. I'm not like, I don't know what it is. Like even Danny's like, you're just like retarded. Like you don't care. Like I said I'd never do that shooting star off a scaffold again. I did it in the arena in 2006, and I did it at Tangle Web last year because Danny made me. But I mean, I did it, and he was just like, "You fucking idiot." And I'm like, I landed fine. I was like, I was alright. And I was like, it's the last time you're gonna see that. But I mean, I don't know. I still feel good. I mean, for, being 30 and doing this I'll be starting 14 years in November.
Wow.
I mean, and not just, wrestling like, 20 times a year. I mean, last couple of years, I've been doing anywhere from like, 100 to like 110 shows a year. Like, you wrestle, twice a weekend, 3 times a weekend, double shots, and all kinds of craziness. Like, it's nuts, going over to Japan for a month and wrestling, 12 days straight, being off one, then wrestling another like 6 straight before you're off again. Like, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, as long as my body is up to it, I ain't going nowhere. That DJ has a fire me.
Oh, he's gonna fight you a million times before you're done. Just none of them will stick.
I'll quit. I will quit CZW before I get fired. I'm sure.
Or at least fired where it actually takes.
Like, and PWS, like, I love there too. Like, I don't see myself leaving there unless they fire me, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. Like, I mean, and I've been there since that company basically opened. I was on their 3rd show. I think me and Kevin Matthews, the 2 reality check members, have been there since he was there day 1. I was there show 3.
Wow.
And, like, we're the only ones that. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 other ones that might have been there since that long, since 2007. It's like 7 years already. It's crazy.
Yeah. Holy shit. God, I can't get over like the fact that you're just. I mean, it's not like I think there's something about you that says to me you should be older, except for the fact that you've been around for forever. Like Devon Moore and indie wrestling have been. Like, they're pretty synonymous, and they have been for,
and, like, when I think about it now, it's like, wow. Like, it really is, like, I mean, from us doing crazy-ass trips to Wisconsin and causing havoc, like me, Danny, and Lucky did, going out to wrestle for Mid-South, like, 3 times a month when Ian ran all the time, towards the end there, in 07 and 08, like, it was crazy. I lived in a car.
You must have.
I mean, and the crazier thing was, like, most of that time, besides, like, maybe before, like, last March of, like, 2013, 2 years before that, I wasn't even working a shoot job. Before that, I was working a shoot job. So I was working Monday to Friday, jumped in a car, driving 12 hours to Chicago, wrestle for Ian, got 12 hours back, get back late Sunday night, sleep a couple hours, and go to work Monday.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, I cut a lot of that shit out. That's a lot of the part of why I don't wrestle as much either, is because I get booked into the bus anymore for a lot. And, like, I tell them straight up, like, I'm not driving. Like, I'm not sitting in a car that long. You want me to come out there or fly me? And that's why even the only time you usually see me is when I do my occasional, 3-4 time a year appearances at Mid-South when Ian flies me in, because Ian knows I'm not going to sit in the car. Me and Andy drove out for King of the Death as a favor. But besides that, like, he knows, like, it's too much. Like, especially, having to be up at 4 in the morning on Monday to go to work. Like,
yeah.
I can't be in the car all that amount of time, get home at like 11, midnight, sleep 4 hours, and have to go to work.
Oh, God, no. Wow.
Sometimes, we're getting that wrestling reality and forgetting about real life. I wish if it was up to me, I would just wrestle for a living, but can't do that unless you got a contract.
Yeah. What do you think about contracts in indie wrestling?
DJ tried that shit when Dragon Gate and all those people do that shit. Like, I think Dragon Gate does them, and shit's stupid in my mind. Like, all it does is hurt them. Like, so if Dave don't want you to wrestle for somebody, all you gotta do is call and tell you, oh, you're under my contract, fuck you, you can't work for them. Mm-hmm. Which is costing you money.
Yeah.
Like, DJ's never done that. I've not done CZW shows doing our bookings. Like, nothing in, like, the skate zone or, the home hub, but, like, if he runs, like, North Carolina or something, and I get a booking somewhere else where I'm going to make more money, he has no problem with that. I mean, he has it. Plus, the only person he usually takes anywhere else is out of the nation is Danny. Like, he tried to yell at us about West End and all. Like, you ain't looking to book? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I want you to come to Dayton. Or one of us to come to Dayton. I'm like, you never want us to go out of state. Like, the one time we're booked, you're going to try to bitch at us because you're saying you wanted one of us when you didn't. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, he books us on the... I begged him for WrestleCon. Like, how do you not have the nation at WrestleCon?
Yeah, that was definitely surprising.
And I was Liar champion going into WrestleCon. Like, I think half the reason I lost it to Shane before it was so somebody that was Devon had it. Wow. But that's whatever. Like, I mean, he's still mad at me from the year before because he wouldn't let me double shot PWS and WrestleCon in Jersey when they were 20 minutes apart.
Yeah. Oh God, that was an amazing show too. I was there for that.
He basically told me he wasn't going to book me around PWS, even though PWS totally offered to book me first or last. They didn't care where I was on the card. They booked me around what DJ wanted me to do. And he was just like, no, there's no way you'll make it. Show's 20 minutes apart. No way you'll make it. No way.
Okay.
He was like, so pick one. I'm like, well, I'm doing PWS then. And then he was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you have one show. They have two. And you're running up in North Jersey where they run monthly. Like, I'm working there. They gave me the dates a year ago, which they really did. I was just like, sorry, I tried to work with you. Like, that's the whole reason I wasn't at WrestleCon that year.
Oh, wow. I love all this inside information. This is awesome.
And that's why the next 3 months after that, all I did was run-ins and didn't wrestle until, like, Tangle Web last year. Because that was, like, my punishment. Well, you're not booked on the show. Whatever.
I'm sure he probably fired you a bunch of times, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think not this last show, maybe 2 shows ago, he looked at me and he's like, damn, Dev, I haven't fired you in a while. It's been like a year. I'm like, yeah, right?
He needs to fire you again.
He goes, and he said that. He goes, what the hell's wrong? I go, you're dealing with other idiots. I was like, I did good. I've been sliding under the radar.
Wow, yeah. He's going to need to do something soon, or, you won't feel like he loves you anymore if he's not firing you.
Oh, no, I get him enough in the meetings that he still knows. They're like cut down to like 2 minutes now because of me, and he blatantly says because of me too, and everyone like laughs because I just keep interrupting him and he gets all mad. It's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my God. Okay, well you actually just well, a couple of minutes ago, you mentioned Wisconsin, and we were talking about Smart Mark videos. So let's do the whole tie-in and talk about the latest Nation of Intoxication video, DVD release,
God.
whatever. Yep, the Nation of Intoxication versus America's Dairy Country, or it's basically versus Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think it's versus Wisconsin. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a crazy weekend. All I know is I think Danny edited it, thank God, because God knows what was said. I barely remember half of it.
Well,
I know Lucky was in the middle of the bar, our buddy's bar. We know the dude that owned the bar, and Lucky was just walking around his boxes at one point.
Yeah,
People were like people were walking in and just saw him, and he just turned around and walked out. And like, if that's on tape, Lucky like walking behind him, like, where he's going? I'm behind the bar at one point, just pouring shots.
Yeah, I've watched it. It's
Yeah, we're out of control.
yeah, it's incredibly entertaining. Like there's absolutely no denying that, and I highly recommend that everybody picks it up. Or well, it's not actually DVD; it's an MP4 release, so you can get that at smvod.com. But I highly recommend everyone go do that because it's everything. It's the write-up says and more.
Yeah, it's bad, and when I'm the most well-behaved of the three, you know it's bad.
Yeah, you actually you look like you got a lot of bartending experience in that short period of time.
Oh man.
And you kept your pants on, so I mean you're already one up on Lucky. So.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure there was stuff edited out that Danny told me about that I'm glad he edited out that would have been hilarious, but I get enough heat and burn bridges almost enough that without that DVD helping. Like I said to you earlier, thing, Danny's like my filter, so like he saved me, I'm sure, because he said there was a couple times I just exploded about stuff that I'd probably be getting in trouble for. Which I'm not surprised. I just don't remember doing it.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think there was nothing. There's nothing that springs to mind as being really bad that you did. It was pretty entertaining. Especially, I really enjoyed the ice skating. That was pretty. Yeah, the nation on skates is something that definitely needs to be seen.
That was the first time that me and Danny were ever on skates, which was hilarious.
Which actually, Lucky told me that last month, and I was genuinely shocked by that because Danny was terrible, but you were like surprisingly good for somebody who never.
I could use rollerblades. I wasn't really good at that either, so I figured I'd be good. Yeah. I just wasn't good at stopping. And I remember we cut that promo for like CZW because we just lost the tag belt, and like Danny's suit falls, and like my face told me to look good. He was trying to skate in this pedal.
Yeah.
And him stopping was legit him skating into the walls and hitting them because he had no idea. Meanwhile, Lucky skating backwards and flying by us, and we're like, there's two people that are just trying not to fall. It was great.
The promo was amazing, like all the different takes of it. Like the best one was there's one where Lucky gets through like the whole first half of the promo, and then this little girl just skates between you guys and the camera. Just completely randomly. It was like, oh, okay, hello, little girl.
Okay, right? There was a bunch of shenanigans on that trip. That was beginning of 2013. I think we did that. Took that long for like the footage to get like done and edited and everything else.
Take all the incriminating stuff out.
Yeah, we had to make sure that was all taken care of, but yeah, it was fun trip, dude. Luke Hadley's awesome. He's a good dude.
He definitely seems to be. All the DVD and all the all the video stuff that he's got up on YouTube from like DVD release and stuff is just amazing and hilarious, and there's some seriously great shit on this.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. He's a good dude.
All right, let me
shout out to Luke Hadley.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. DVLH. You can subscribe to him on YouTube because his stuff is awesome, and he does a lot of cool stuff. Otherwise, like outside of wrestling, which I had no idea until I like started looking through his videos. He's got some really awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. If you ever hang out with Luke, you never know when the camera's coming out. There's been plenty of times where I've been sitting there talking, or Danny, or we're all just like sitting there drinking, talking, and next thing we know, like we look over and Luke's had the camera on us for like 5 minutes, and we had no idea. I mean, I'm sure Luke's got shit that he hasn't even let out yet that we don't even know about, probably.
That's kind of a scary thought.
It is.
Like,
it really is.
Yeah, he's you want to make sure you stay on his good side because he's probably got a lot of blackmail material.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm always good to Luke. He knows it.
Okay, so you don't skate, but I know that you're a hockey fan, right?
What's that?
You don't skate, but you're a hockey fan, right?
Oh yeah, I like Flyers. Me and the Dean Ambrose went and saw a game this year. When he was in town on one of his rare days off.
Yeah, really. And I know you're also a football fan, right? The Eagles?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't even watch the game last night because of work. It sucked. I was I didn't even know they won though. I was driving into work this morning. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, it was actually a really great game. See, okay, when I had Lucky on last month, and Lucky, before the interview even started, Lucky and I managed to become best friends and then mortal enemies over hockey. Because I'm from Toronto, so I'm a Leafs fan, and he's, of course, a Montreal fan, and that's just,
Yeah.
That ain't good. So I kind of feel like it's my turn to be mortal enemies with you, being an Eagles fan, because I'm a Giants fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Are we still going to be able to be friends? Is this cool?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
If you said Dallas, there might have been a problem.
Holy shit, no. And I'm actually really excited because, as we've already blown several times, this is all pre-taped, and I'm actually going to St. Louis this weekend for a week or so, and I'm going to my first NFL game, and I'm like super excited because I've always wanted to go, and of course, like, you know, Canadian and all that shit, so that sucks. And it's St. Louis is playing Dallas, so I'm like really excited to go and just boo my lungs out for Dallas. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. Most people like to boo them.
Most people with any sense. Good God.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't even want to get into it.
Right? See, you understand. It's and unless you're in, you know, your team's in the NFC East, you really can't appreciate the raw hatred that there is for the Cowboys.
I mean, when they hated the Eagles fans for it. What's his name? When McGuire got hurt here, his career ended after that game or whatever. We were cheering as they were carting him off the field.
God, yeah. So I'm cool. I'm cool with the Eagles, but I know a lot of interdivision people. You know, I mean, you're right in Philly, so I mean, you know, the Eagles are bred right into you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like all Philly teams really, but that's what it is. It's good I live here. Like, I don't know. I just support our teams, even though Philly suck now. I mean, I guess we got a championship a couple of years ago. We can't pitch, but they suck. I don't even think I watched a game this year. A couple of years ago, I watched them all the time.
I actually just got back into baseball this year, which was like great because the Jays were actually in first by like 6 games when I started watching again, and I think right now we're like 11 or 12 games out, so that's probably my fault. And Baltimore, you're welcome. Like 17-game turnaround just since I started watching. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. We're like the last couple of years, like Toronto is all about the monster collapses. It's like that makes us just completely humiliated in front of the entire league. That's what we do.
Yeah,
best.
The Phillies are like the opposite. They suck in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, like I think they've won the last couple series they've been in, but you know, I mean, they'll do good. Then they'll do good at the end of the season,
yeah,
which doesn't help because we have no shot at the playoffs, I don't think.
Like, we need the season to end around, like, July, and that'd be awesome. And the
Yeah,
same
right?
the
Boy,
same
it
with the
seems
league.
like it takes forever.
Yes! That's my
Like,
only...
that's what I think turns me off now. Like, when it's February and I'm hearing baseball talk already, I'm like, oh.
And it just...
And then it's like, and then it's all spring training, and then the season just doesn't end. And I feel like, I don't know, I think people like football that much more, because hockey and basketball both end in June, and the only thing you have is baseball all summer long, and every day it's baseball. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you have any other option of sports to watch. So I don't know, I think that makes football season that much bigger too. Everyone gets all hyped for it because it's just something else to watch. Like, I think that's kind of what makes baseball boring to me. That it's like, it's just like the only option in the summer. Like, there'll be like 4 different games on, man. It's cool, but it's just like sometimes it's like I just don't want to watch baseball right now. Like, why can't like hockey or football be on?
I say that like on a weekly basis. Why is there not hockey yet? I don't care if it's July. I want to watch a hockey game. Damn it.
Yeah, right. Like, and it'll start soon. Like, thank God.
Yes.
It's that time of the year already.
It is. I'm very excited. Your football starts, hockey starts your birthday.
Yeah, right. You got hockey, you got football, you got
basketball.
Christmas, basketball, Christmas, and New Year's already. Shit, this year flew.
Kind of did, didn't it? Like, I can't believe
it really
already
did.
September. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, right.
Well, they do say, the older you get, your perception of time changes. So maybe it's that whole 30 being around the corner thing.
Yeah, right. It's scary. Time just flies. It really has.
And it's like Cage of Death's going to be here before we know it, and holy shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm excited though, because I'm coming back down for Cage of Death. I had an amazing time at the show last year, so I can't wait for this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year it'll be interesting. See what happens with Nick Gage.
Yes. That was definitely something when Deej mentioned him at TOD. That was got a few people talking.
I mean, he'll be out. I don't know what his plans are. I know I signed a birthday card for him at the show. Lauderdale came up to me with it or somebody. But I've seen him. I saw him when he first got locked up. I haven't talked to him since, so I don't even know what his plans are.
Do you have any sort of personal preference?
What, him?
Yeah, that's actually been a really polarizing argument online. You see a lot of people who, because of course, with he's going to be out soon, people are talking about it, and you see people seem to be. There's no middle ground. Everybody's like, I want him right back in wrestling exactly where he was before. Or people are like, no, he should stay as far away from wrestling as humanly possible. There's nobody in the middle. It's one or the other.
See, and I think he's gonna come back because number one, he loves it, and number two, I've seen pictures of him. He's in awesome shape.
Yeah.
And I feel and I've heard he's I guess he gets a little bit of internet time or something now, so he's probably paying attention, he's gonna know what's going on. Only thing I know, if he does come back, a lot of these young dudes ain't gonna know what the hell hit him.
Well, I know people are already dream matching shit. I know everybody wants to see him versus Gulak for sure. Has been a really major thing. People are fans are kind of clamoring for online.
Oh, that'll probably happen. All that talking shit Drew's done over the years, he'll come back to bite him. You don't think Nick Gage knows about it?
And Drew doesn't have a campaign around him.
Bottled up.
Yeah. That's, I don't know. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking.
That's why I feel bad for everybody in the locker room, because none of these young boys there realize what it's like with Nick Gage in the locker room. They could be in the middle of the ring having a match, and all of a sudden Nick Gage's music hits.
Oh my God, that'd be. If he does come back,
It happens.
That's going to be amazing. Oh my God, the reaction for that is going to be just incredible. It's definitely.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's going to be up there with
He's
like
gonna.
when like Mondo came back last year. Like that was just a completely surreal moment.
I didn't even know about that till about an hour before I got to the building, and was still like in shock afterwards. It was just like sitting there, like hanging at me, Danny looking hanging out. I'm like, well, Mondo was just our partner. And they're like, yeah, right. And like,
yeah, like that's got to be the weirdest conversation. Be like, oh yeah, just teaming with Nick Mondo tonight, no big deal.
Dan, like, like Danny kind of knew him and shit, I guess, but like I met him years ago, like back then and all through Trent and all, so like I kind of knew him, and like he paid attention, like he was saying, oh, like awesome shoot starting there, blah blah, and like says that like just because he hasn't been around, like he knew what was going on, which is really
that's awesome,
like cool, and
yeah.
like what he did in the cage, like he was like, oh man, like I came back after I got eliminated, and he just looked at me just like, man, I just want to come out there and just start fucking going nuts, and I'm just like, go for it. Like, do what you want.
It was awesome. Like I got to meet him after the show and everything, and he was so nice, but he was so
yeah, he's
like,
one of the nicest people you'll meet.
Yeah, but he was like, I think maybe the coolest thing about him was how genuinely excited he was to be there. Like he wasn't just like somebody who came back for like a payday or whatever. It was just like whatever. He was so excited and like happy to be there, and
yeah,
and
he really was.
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. Like, and I mean when he retired, I didn't even know indie wrestling existed. So, like, and I mean even for me, like I mean I was years away from his retirement before I got into indie wrestling, and all I've ever seen are DVDs and stuff, and it's like when he came out, like I was covered in goosebumps. It was just chills, like this. It was just this amazing moment, and it's like I couldn't imagine being, a fan who's actually been around, from way back in the day. It was a
surprise for everybody.
Yeah, like it was just, oh my God, it was so just like this. Oh my God, I've got like chills just talking about it. It was this incredible moment.
And like I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back for a match. He said something about it like afterwards. Like I'd really like to do a match. Like it'd be cool if he came back.
It was crazy. He looked exactly the same.
Yeah, right. Like he didn't change a bit.
No. It's like, did you see the pictures they had of It was, well, I know you're on Facebook, and it was all over Facebook. The picture from, I think it was like 2001, and from after the show of him and Rory, and it was like,
yeah,
he looked
like night and day.
Yeah, but he looked exactly the same in both of them. It was kind of creepy. Like he has not aged in what, like 10, 12 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just like, wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is. It's cool though that that like you guys who were like in the match with it thought it was like appreciated the moment of it too, because yeah,
exactly. It was.
Yeah.
It was definitely surreal for us because we had a plan for a fourth guy. That fell through, and like we had no idea what was going on. We just heard it was taken care of. Next thing I knew, I'm staring at Nick Mondo, and I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Well, that's gonna wake everybody up.
Yeah, really. Like holy shit. That's kind of it's taken care of. That's kind of an understatement, I think, when you're like, oh yeah, it's taken care of. Oh, by the way, it's Nick Mondo, and
yeah, I think DJ just really didn't want anyone to leak it.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy, and it was amazing because like I was like sitting there in the crowd, and everybody knows obviously there's going to be some fourth who's going to run out, and everybody was talking, and pretty much everybody was saying they were guessing it was either going to be Necro or Drake, and nobody, like I did hear it's walking around the place all night, there wasn't a single person who even in their wildest dream imagined it was going to be Mondo. So it was, oh God, it was such a just that was a score. That was amazing.
There was rumors as of the week of that it might have been John, which would have been awesome too.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard basically everybody but Mondo, which like just made it so perfect. Cause
because he was honestly would have been the last person I would have thought of.
Yeah.
TJ would have told me to guess. I would never guess like Mondo.
No, I don't think anybody would have. Like, I mean, I could see people like, I could see people being like, it'll never happen, but I'd love Mondo.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, that was just amazing when the music hit and it like the whole place just stopped. Like, I was actually I was front row, right under the scaffold, and it was funny because Danny hit the floor right in front of me. And
yeah, Danny hit the floor and I was on top of him within 10 seconds.
Oh my God!
I was already running to the curtain before he hit the ground.
Yep. And when you went back, the people I was with were like, "Oh my God, Devon looks like he just broke his leg." And then you like, when he hit, you were out there in like a second. It's like, nope, I think his leg's probably okay.
Well, it was like me. I hit that barbed wire table and like that contraption didn't break, and like I thought I ripped the whole side of my leg.
Oh.
And that's why I hobbled to the back. It was like throwing shit because I thought I ripped my calf in half. Like that's how bad it felt. And I was like, great. Like I'm going to the hospital the rest of the night. And then I got in the back and like looked, and it was a nice little cut, but it wasn't nothing, any stitches or nothing. And I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
And DJ is just like, wow, you just did a 180. I was just like, I thought I was going to the hospital.
Yep.
I was just like, I was about to tell you to send some kid out and get a needle and thread to have massage stitch it for me.
And then there'd be a video of that up on YouTube.
Yeah. For sure. He did it pain his back. I was here for that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was here it was at my house when they did it.
Oh my God. That creeped me. I'm not really squeamish. Like I can, you lead buckets doesn't bother me at all. But just the needle being sort of, oh my God, that freaked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked away. I couldn't watch it either.
And the fact that he didn't flinch at all the entire time. He's like they're just carrying on a conversation, like, they might as well have been watching TV or whatever, just
Yeah, all the barbed wire attacks and shit, that little needle ain't going on.
Exactly.
You probably even feel it.
Yep. Oh, so creeped out by that.
He's an animal.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. God, you know what? I think I might be out of stuff. I usually have kind of like at least a few points that I want to talk about, and then I just kind of let things roll and just talk. And I think I might be done, dude. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of. I think we covered up pretty much everything.
I think we covered everything and more. I love conversations
really
where you just kind of wander away and you end up talking about like really random stuff. That's way more fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a very good time. Yeah,
I don't like asking questions. It makes me feel awkward. I like having conversations.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way more comfortable than sitting here like, I'll try and think of an answer.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't need to ask you questions that people can read the answer to on like your wiki page. Like.
Yeah, right.
Right? But yeah, I try to be at least a little more creative than that, and I'm sure you're kind of like, there's so many questions you're sick of hearing.
Yeah, right. Some just get annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't need to be asked for like the 6,000th time. So why did you get into wrestling? How did you train?
Yeah. Or it's like, really? I have to answer this again?
Exactly.
I've answered this question so many times.
Yeah. Like, see, I used to have like a whole series of questions that I guaranteed people had never been asked before. Like if you were, oh God, I can't even ask that one. If you were like in jail, who would you want to share a jail cell with? So I think
What's that?
If you went to jail, who would you want to share a jail cell with?
I don't know.
See, like it's at least a question that that you don't have an automatic answer for. You actually got to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
That's what I try to do. I try to be original. So, and I want my guests to have fun. Because I hate interviews that are like, they just kind of drag on. You're like, oh God, just end the pain. This is horrible.
Yeah, right? No. I'm definitely been having fun.
Oh, good. All right. This has been a blast for me. And I mean, I kind of thought the bar was set with Havoc in August. And, you know, Lucky definitely rose to the occasion, and so did you. This has been a lot of fun. And I was talking, who was I talking to? It was either Andy or Tony, who were saying like there needs to be like a full nation podcast at some point where just everybody's just drunk and just talking.
Oh God.
Right?
We need a camera.
Well, a camera would be good, but at least if it's only audio, there's that much less potential blackmail material out there for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to worry about Lucky stripping.
Exactly. I'm sure he probably would, but you know.
Probably. Then you'd hear smacks on the audio. Me and Danny beating them up.
That'd be awesome.
What are you doing? Smack.
Put your pants
Stop
back
that.
on. Smack
Put your clothes on. I don't want to. Now. We can see you. They can't.
Exactly. I love the best part of that was when he started inviting people to. I think he asked some chick if he could lick her asshole.
Probably, yeah. He was all on that.
Yeah.
He just watched like the Matt Classic shoot, like one of those days, and he was all talking like Matt Classic every time. It was hilarious.
It was great. Oh my God.
I remember that. And the girl just looked at him like, no. And he's like, okay. Like all defeated.
Yeah, he was like so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like he was really hoping she was going to say yes. Like he thought he had a shot there, and she turned him down, and he was just like, oh.
That's why we love him. This is fucking adorable little Lucky. Just puts his head down all sad, walks off. Oh, yes. Hurt his feelings.
Oh, I feel like he gets away with murder because all he has to do is make like that sad pouty face and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
TJ can be so pissed, and he's so late. Like the meeting will be going on, and he'll just walk in with that like little smirk and just wave at everyone, and we all just start laughing. He's like, thanks for joining us, Lucky. And Lucky's like, you're welcome. Or he'll be like, oh, I was hoping I would miss this.
Wow, the nation.
Or if I said it, I get fired.
Yes. And then you just be like, I'm not fired.
Yeah, I'm not fired. I'm getting dressed. Move, dudes. We're going to our locker room. I joke with Danny that every month we should just pick one and just put on the door just a piece of paper that says Nation's Locker Room.
Yes. Just get like a printout of like your logo and get like
NOI in here.
Yes.
Beware, the Nation's in here.
Yeah, exactly. You need like a big gold star. Like that you guys could just carry with you.
Make
like,
a sign instead of beware of dogs, beware of Nation.
There you
just
go.
Put it around the door.
Yep.
Bang.
Like just leave us alone. Leave the beer here. Leave us alone.
Yeah. Unless you're Greg Excellent or somebody cool, go away.
Exactly.
Don't bother us, DJ. That's what that sign means.
Yes. And then at the bottom, like,
this is where we are. Don't bother us.
Yeah. Be like,
send in Nathan if you want something to be said. We don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, send in your people.
And we can get away with saying that because Danny says it's DJ's face on a daily basis.
And then at like the bottom of it, just be like, P.S. No DJ, I'm not fired.
Yeah, DJ, I'm not fired either. I like it.
Very good.
We'll have to work on that.
Yep.
Get Tony to make it. Make like a magnetic one that we just throw on the door. Boom.
Yes. Let's plug Tony, randomthings.co.
Yes, randomthings.co, where all CZW/Nation merchandise is.
Mm-hmm. Go there and buy all kinds of stuff. Go there and buy the hockey jerseys. I love the hockey jerseys.
Yeah, that was me. It took a good year of me yelling at Danny that we should. I just was like watching all these stuff, like, yo, we need Public Enemy jerseys. Because I always loved Public Enemy. I was like, we're the Nation. We should just have cool ass jerseys like that and just rock them.
Oh.
And then, like, I wore it in the cage, and those two took it off, and they looked at me like, asshole, you kept the jersey on? And I was like, why? He's like, we're not getting another one. I'm like, well, it didn't get ripped up. I'm fine. I wear it every month.
See, I need to thank you because I love that. And when I saw them at Cage of Death, I was talking to Danny after the show, and I was like, I need one of these. And he was like, talk to Tony. And I bugged Tony for like 2 months. And then he messaged me, and he was like, we're finally doing it. I was like, thank you. Yes. So it all goes back to you, so thank you, because it did my Canadian heart good.
Well, now Tony and Danny say thank you, because I guess they sell somewhat, because every now and again they'll be like, oh, we just sent out a lucky one, or, oh, someone just got all three.
Yeah. Oh my God, there were so many of them at TOD.
I love them things.
Oh my God, I love it. I've got I want to get them all, but I got the Havoc one first, and right after I ordered it was when he put together the combo of all three, and I was like, you asshole, you. Now I want the other two. Like, you bastard, go on, I need the other two now. But yeah, that's
okay. I didn't get the Nation shirt with the new logo on it with the One Nation Under the Influence, so like a month or two ago. And I was like, really? I've been asking for the shirt now for like 6 months.
That's nice of them to remember you.
Well, I remember when DJ like started making Nation shirts, and me and Danny flipped on them. We're like, you didn't even want this gimmick to happen, and we did it in a promo, and now you're going to try to like make money off it when we have our own merch right here?
Nope.
That didn't last long.
No. But we do. No. We highly encourage everybody to go buy all of your Nation stuff, and you can get it all at randomthings.co.
Yeah, support randomthings.co.
Yes.
Support Tony. He works hard.
Tony's amazing, and I think there's a sale. Well, I think the sale might have ended yesterday, but he has sales all the time, where there's like discounts and awesome discount codes, and he's got like free shipping on stuff.
Discount code. This one I saw it. Wait. General Order 24. Danny's finished. That is the code. That's the sale still going on. You might be right though. It might be over.
It might be. I actually, because I tweeted him right after he put it, because it's like you said, the code was General Order 24, and it gave you 25% off. And I tweeted him, it said it should have been 24% off.
Yeah, right.
That would have been a lot more clever.
That would have been awesome.
See, I'm trying to convince Tony that he needs to bring me down there and get me a green card so I can go to work for him. With brilliant ideas like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not working out so well. I'm trapped in Canada. But, what are you going to do?
I gotcha.
Well, I think what else do we have to plug? Because we're doing a really great job of plugging shit.
Devonmore.net.
Yeah.
Whatever Danny's site is. I don't even know if Lucky's got a site. He's probably got like 6, for all I know, that fucking nutcase.
They do Devonmore.net, deathmatchstronger.wix.com, and lucky13.com.
There you go. See, I didn't even know.
I kind of, that's the very little research that I do. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lucky's just, I have no idea. I'm sure he probably told me and I just forgot. My short-term memory is gone. Like when you hit the Facebook message me before the call today, I was just like, oh yeah, 4:30. Damn. Like thank God you messaged me, because between headshots and smoking, my short-term memory is not there.
That's okay. That's all right. We got this done anyways, and it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun having you on. Thank you. Thank
you so much. I had fun.
Well, it's good. I'm glad. Like I said, I would love to have you back anytime, and any combination. This show, Pantsless Radio, fully supports the Nation in any and all endeavors. And actually, that reminds me, I need to plug this too. Go to Danny's website. Under the Not blog, there's a contest up there to make a highlight video of you guys. And you can win all kinds of cool, awesome Nation of Intoxication merch and stuff. And their heartfelt, drunken gratitude. So go to deathmatchdrunker.wix.com under the blog. Check that out for all the information of how you can get some cool shit. And,
awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Do that, people.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that, so do it.
See, I'm supposed to know all this stuff. It's sort of, I guess.
Yeah, well, our conversations go off to other things that, sometimes stuff like that doesn't get mentioned. And then he'll be like, oh, yeah, by the way. And I'm like, oh, cool.
By the way, 6 months ago I did this thing.
Yeah. Well, I made this contest. Here's a video that won. Oh, cool. That's when I would have found out. Whatever video won, he would be like, look what video won.
Well, now you know. So now you can bug him about it. Be like, all right, I'd actually like to be able to see the videos. You're aware of this now.
Yeah, right. I think all three of us should judge us.
Yeah, and I hope you guys get a bunch of entries. I believe the contest is going until October 18th, so you guys still have plenty of time to get your entries in. And it's for the nation. Like, why would you not want to help your favorite drunks? They fall off of high things onto pointy things for your entertainment. Yeah,
right. Make us cool highlight videos so we can keep doing that.
Exactly. Get them booked. Tell people you want the nation in your local promotion.
Yeah, Danny will hobble on one leg if he has to.
Yes. I am a shameless shill. I'll plug anything. Oh my God. Is there anything?
I know he'll be showing up to where he's booked for. So like he'll be at CZW, and I'm pretty sure he'll be at West End.
Yep. And we will see, which is obviously going to be a great show. And as we've said, you can see the entire nation as well as a ton of other awesome people and amazing matchups. You can get all that information at westendwrestling.com. And that's going to be September 27th, which is actually 4 days ago, so it's already happened. But buy the DVD or the MP4 at smartmarkvideo.com and smvod.com. You don't have a Twitter, do you?
Nope.
No, okay.
Which is the best decision of my life, because what bridges I have left I probably burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the fact that you stay off of Twitter, but I appreciate you burning bridges on my show, because that really means a lot to me. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
All right, so guys, this has been Devon Moore, and check out his website. Go see him in CZW. Go see him in PWS. Buy a ton of Nation merch and CZW merch at randomthings.co. And I think that's it.